Few seconds, chat. And I guess judging by Sam's accent, the guy in yellow was from Jersey. Yeah, so I only got so many voices, chat. I'm sorry. I just saw that chin and it's just like, yo, dude, what the hell you got no ratio? What do you got? You got a problem with me, huh? Lul. The Jersey accent in the 18th century. Hey, man. Hey, bro. So, fair maiden, so, good gentlemen, I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well. Goodbye. I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. It seems he's unaware of what's happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. With Soseki-san and that man as lodgers, the guarded house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go find him. I'll go and find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return. There should be a checkpoint coming up, because yeah, holy shit, it's almost 1. I gotta wrap up. Let's hope we can get to the prison before... Actually...
Take 2.
Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. It was perfect. Let's hear some Godfather next. Oh no! End of 19th century. This game takes place in and dawn of 20th century.
February 19th, 6:31 p.m. Local prison, cell number 9.
Oh, it's you. You're here. You came. Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I can't believe you came back. I'm so touched. Here comes this guy, I swear. His poses give me motion sickness. We are so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh, no. Think nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never failing Nipponese. Oh, now let's not get carried away. Oh, I quite agree. Who's this? There is nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand... Oh shit, it's fucking Psalms. It is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. Yes, it's, you. The miserable, rotten spy. Herlock Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything per se. Save observing, of course. DJ Eclectic! Welcome back to the stream, dude. You've just been lurking. I appreciate you. How you doing, man?
Oh god, my eyes.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Cheers, DJ. I think we're not wrapping up the chapter, but we're getting to like the next checkpoint. So yeah, I'm trying to finish it up before we end the stream tonight. But yeah, good to see you, dude. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option. Oh, wow, what a dick, dude. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny. Ah, you! How dare you, Herlock Sholmes! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life has been damned. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean? And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. Mr. Mustache. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say. For the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? Mr. Natsume, what did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed? No. Why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. I see. That's really agitated him. You don't mean, the trial really is cursed somehow? Are you referring to the prosecutor? The Reaper of the Bailey? The Reaper? No, what do you mean? Please, tell me, summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words. These fucking poses, dude. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. Oh my goodness! Can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly. Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Mr. McGilded. What? I am impressed, Mr. Sato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Sholmes, surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zieks killed the man himself? Oh no, he couldn't have, surely. You have some wonderful notions. Sorry? The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Oh, yes. Why, of course he is. Of course he is. Then why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What on earth do you mean by that? Guy's gonna have an aneurysm. I know, right? Holy shit. Van Zieks is a quite exceptional man. However, in London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. That's good. So Seki-san looks like he's going to cry tears of joy. As you are no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal. Contriving evidence, calling imposters as witnesses, and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury. Which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly, is from time to time, my dear madam. It is simply the reality of the situation. And that's alright. However, those indicted by Lord Van Zieks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my! Though the adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear? But how? By all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever. Or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh, no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo. I knew it. I'm a dead dodo done for you. Dodo. Nemo, welcome back, dude. How are the Phasmo games, bro? last one. Hopefully this wraps up soon, dude. It's past 1 a.m. I don't want to leave it right here. When you said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Garadeb's house, I assume? Do you mean to say you believe the place is cursed? Hey. It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain. But I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me, all the time, from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room. But even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away.
Rip, Mr. Mustache!
Alright guys, it's officially 4 a.m. here. I'm gonna head to bed now. Bye. And hopefully I'll see you guys next stream. Guys, good night, Paula. Thanks so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And yeah, if anything, I'll see you either Thursday night or Saturday morning. Yeah, please get a shout out for Paula Chant on her way out.
Good night, Paula. Cheers!
They were good, getting better at guessing what the ghosts are when it's down to me and one other. Nice, Nemo, nice. Dude's gotta lay off the THC.
Sonic, thanks for still hanging out. How's work going? You got that beauty.
You must have been very lonely having been away from your homeland for such a long time. I've had to move a number of times. Most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago now. Yes, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. I have so little money it appealed to me straight away. Of course I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed." Oops. He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late. So I told him,
If you have something to say, then say it. But if not, don't mention it in the first place.
yes. Well said. Thank you, Zandia. Sam, your face makes me smile. Works good. I'm happy to hear. Have a good one, Paula. Thank you so much for hanging out for like the entire stream, pretty much. I really appreciate it.
But it was true. It was all true.
You mean the room really is cursed then?
Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I awake feelings as though I'm being choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really? No one at all.
To believe. Yes, to believe. Mr. Sholmes. Ah, me, Mr. Naruhodo. Pray, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Buria, if you recall. Ah, the Buria. The Buria. That case. The one with the snake. Well, yes.
Believe to achieve.
Thanks again for all the love tonight, guys. Shout out to my lurkers too. Hope you guys enjoying the stream. Well, yes. At that time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. I did. Did I? Interesting. What I want to know is, why? Why did you believe in me? Or why did you believe me? Ah, I see. Yes. You mean... because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in a locked room. Well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said, I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts? You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in.
What? What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned. What? I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion. Meaning, whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, he's right. He's right, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Whether or not I can believe myself. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. You are so right, Kazuma.
Always gotta believe to achieve.
Well, my dear fellows, it is time we were leaving, I believe.
Already?
Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? Oh dear. There is never enough time, is there? Mr. Natsume? If you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you. Eh?
Welcome, student Mr. Naruto, Esquire.
As I said, I only experienced the British courtroom for the first time yesterday, and although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial.
Something crucial?
What to believe in. The defendant, justice, or the truth. How to believe even. But I think I finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instincts.
Thanks for the FPS boost. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo.
And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court.
Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire.
I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end with every weapon available to me. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume.
It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it.
Yes. I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Miss Susato.
Nemo, please.
Miss Susato. Burn.
Yes?
Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court?
Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant.
She's so cute, dude. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me. And Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. So it's time. Time that I learn to believe in myself. Soseki-san has no one. He's all alone. So it's my job to help him. To fight his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. Is Susato farting? To be continued, chat. There we go, that's what I was waiting for. Oh man, alright, so next Tuesday we are officially starting the trial. Let's fucking go.